Hey guys, Romel Camacho with the Camacho team here with Realty. Listen, I think we are almost done with this buying 10 steps to buying a home. And this is for, especially for first-time home buyers. We try to encourage them and kind of teach them how to do it and the actual process that involves, buying a home. So we actually, number 9, today we're gonna have number 9, number 10 for those people out there. We've been doing this for I think a month or so. We do have some good news. I will tell you guys at the end of the video, but we are working on a workshop. I will give you some details, but let's get to it. I hope everyone is, of course, having a great day. I know the weather is a little iffy out there, but anyways, step number 9, coordinate paperwork. And when it comes down to coordinated paperwork, it's like, if you guys remember on step number 8, it was like they collect all your documentation and it send it back to underwriting. So like say it was the first round and then it's going to second round when you get conditional approval, and then they ask for some conditions sometimes. So once they clear, then actually you get a clear to close, which is super exciting. After all this, I mean, it's just like a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of paperwork that they ask you. So this is the final, this is you pretty much like at the end of the tunnel, I want to say. So a lot of paperwork, a lot of details, the details between, then basically the lenders start communicating with the title company. They going through numbers back and forth. Like I say, a lot of paperwork going on, especially if you're doing a loan like an FHA or a USDA loan, one of those type of loans. So it's going to come to a point that you're going to have to review your final numbers, okay? And that's what we call the CD, which is the closing disclosure. This thing was implemented recently in here on our business. So you have to review. You got 3 days to review those documents. And basically, it's just like breaking down all the numbers that you going to pay and also all the credits. So this is a time that you can review it and see if all the credits were accredited to you. So, and if it is any, discrepancy, of course, you let your real estate agent or you let your lender know when it comes down to this. So, so once you got all those documents, like I say, and everything has been reviewed, the title company is the one to prepare all this package. Okay, so again, the communication between lender and Mr. Title Company. So title company prepare you actual closing package, and at that point you should have a closing date after that. It's like I say, the 3 days period, because you have to review the numbers, and then after that you pretty much just schedule to close. Couple things that you have to do it actually. One of those is a final walk. You got to make sure that the house still there, and all the items that it was at the property or attached to the property when the first time that you saw the property, they're still there. 99% of the time, it's totally fine. We don't have any issues. Another thing that you have to do, of course, is change the utilities also. And usually you do the day before or the actual day that you close. Very important this, because I know that sometimes, like say, we've been in a situation that your closing date is on Friday, and if you don't change your utilities, if you don't transfer the utilities to your name, it's a big possibility that Mr. Seller or the owner of the property actually cancel the service that day, and then you're gonna be without power, for that weekend, and then you got to move in and this and that, and we live in Florida, so it's gonna be hot. So those are things that keep that in mind. Another thing, once you have the actual closing date, be prepared, prepare your rest, because you're gonna be signing a lot of documents, and that's usually take about 30 to 45 minutes sometimes, depending on the package, depending on the type of loan that you're doing it, but usually, be prepared to sign a lot of documents. Then actually, like say, you sit at the title company, you sign for like 30 or 45 minutes, then that documentation usually is some pages that Mr. Title Company or the title company just send it back to the lender, so they can approve and give the funded number, what they call. Funded number usually can take a few minutes, 20, 30 minutes, sometimes 45, but it's sometimes, in some cases, not all the time, but be prepared, because depending on the lender, sometimes lender on the other side, California and stuff like that, they cannot give you the funding. That's another thing. It depends also the time that you close in. Again, when you're dealing with the East Coast and the West Coast. So, a couple things that you need to coordinate. But sometimes, like I say, like really, 9 out of 10, you will receive the keys right at the closing table. But sometimes, and don't get upset. I know that we don't have to deal with that a whole lot nowadays, but especially in those foreclosed properties. You will not be able to receive the key right at that day because the funding usually take up to 24 hours. Sometimes the title company actually had to send the original package to the bank, in this case, or to Mr. Seller, and of course they overnight it, but it's still taking the 24 hours. So again, don't be all upset. I'm sure your real estate agent will prepare you when it comes down to, they don't receive the keys actually they're on the actual closing table or on that closing day. So a few things to keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, after that, it's you sign it, it's funded, close, you receive your kids, and congratulations. Basically, you become a homeowner at that point. So I think we will able to cover everything. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to call, text, email. All these videos, keep in mind, they're on YouTube channel. All our social media, they still under our Facebook page. If you have any questions or concerns, of course, feel free to call us. We have a website. We have all this information is available to you at any time. So just let us know. And then I know also that it's per request for some of our clients. Actually, we're probably gonna do a workshop in here in the next month or two, Vinny, something like that. Okay. So we're gonna actually bring some people to the office and have this workshop probably during the weekend. Not too long, nothing crazy. Maybe you spend like an hour or two. We're gonna have some people also coming over, like lenders and title company and stuff like that, so they also can bring a lot of value to you, and you be able to, if you have any questions or concerns, they be able to, respond it to you right on the spot. So again, that stuff is gonna come up, like say in the next month or two. We are trying to coordinate with a lot of people but actually it's gonna be, a lot of benefit for you. So we try to get some credits in order for you to be like an incentive to you as well. So again, we will give you more details, in the next segments that we have. I think that's all. Congrats for those ones that follow us for all these 10 steps in order to buy, your home. Again, if you got any questions or concerns, feel free to call us. Let us know. We're always available, almost 24/7. So hope everyone is having a great day. Talk to you soon.